Father, you know. All right, folks. Many of the world's most powerful women have established themselves in the technology sector. I didn't know that. However, with a number of campaigns aiming to increase diversity in the sector, the numbers are still small. Founder of Silicon Carib, Ingrid Riley, joins us to talk more on this. Good morning. Good to see you once again.
Good to see you. Got me up early, so yeah.
That's not usually a thing, eh?
No, it's not usually a thing.
I think I contradict myself just now because I said many people in there already, and then it said, but enough not there. So what is it? Enough not there are many.
We could easily get fooled that there are a lot of women in tech based on how we're seeing a lot. There's a lot of visibility now with events and with campaigns, and that's because there's a recognition that there hasn't been a lot of women in tech, and there's still not enough. Even though we occupy, of course, half the world, and we occupy, we're the ones who are spending the time on online gaming. More than half of women, more than half of the people who are actually doing online gaming are women. Believe that or not men. It is quite true.
That is a stunner.
It is quite true. And of course, we control a little bit, hundreds and hundreds of millions of US dollars when it comes to e-commerce. And so it's a matter of how do we actually get women to not just be consumers of technology, but actually creators of technology?
When you say, in this case, when you say technology, exactly what you mean?
That's a very good question, because we have got to redefine what it means to be a woman in tech, or just technology generally. Anything that has to do with internet, computers, mobile. Just give you an example. Somebody who is a blogger is a woman in tech. Sheryl Sandberg, who is COO of Facebook, is a woman in tech. Somebody who is doing digital marketing is a woman in tech. So there is such a great range of possibilities and opportunities in the technology field that we've been sort of fed a very narrow narrative that is about women in science and engineering, and that we need more women who code. That's great, but that's a single lane, a single pillar. And we have to expand that narrative.
So you're talking about expanding. You talk about women in tech. You talk about women who blog, as, for example. A lot of people think about that, and I think that's a pastime. They don't think about that as something you can monetize and make a name and an earning off. But I think a lot of it lies in education, no?
Without question, because that is digital media. And I've been a blogger for 10 years.
Yeah.
My company is a digital media and events platform as well. And blogging is like having your own publishing arm. And so we have got to simply say that, listen, broaden the narrative from primary school straight to young professionals and college. Broaden the narrative of what this is. We're living in a digital age. It's a great time. That amazing opportunities. You simply have to have a connection, internet connection, a phone or a tablet, and you can create a job, launch a business, employ others, and make money from right here in Jamaica.
In your pajamas.
In your pajamas.
Yeah.
And so the possibilities are amazing.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of now, how do we actually, one, get more women who are actually in the business to raise their hand, raise their voices, tell their stories. Because there's a saying that says, you can't be what you can't see. And so the more we actually see more of us doing a range of things in this industry, that it inspires and informs others to do the same.
Yeah, Sim used the word education. 3% of female students would consider a career in technology as their first choice. That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And again, because it goes to the point, we can't be what we can't see. And the communication challenge. That's the one thing that I realized, that globally, regionally, and locally, we have got to put a priority on. Whether locally, we do it definitely from the ministry level, but also in private sector. And any woman who is in tech, we've got to basically tell our stories. This is what we're doing. This is what we found. The whole idea of going to school, getting a degree, and having a job for life, that's pretty much done. And you now have the opportunity that there are no gatekeepers anymore, right? You can, with an internet connection, create your own job and create your own business. And so we've got to expand that narrative and show what it means, because we are still too focused on women who code. God, that's such a small part. And if I hear anybody else come with any campaign, I'm going to scream, please. But I'm going to scream.
No screaming. No screaming. So we need to put some more focus on some other areas.
Yeah, without question.
How are we doing? So you've been doing this before it was cool, Ingrid.
I know, before it was cool.
From
yeah, try to call me up on my age.
No. I'm just saying that you've been
a...
I'm trying to say she's been a trailblazer.
You're old. That's it.
No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
I don't need a spokes. I'm not old. But you've been a trailblazer in the field, in all the different areas that you've pioneered in. How are we doing? When you look on your feed or you look in the blogosphere and you look across the industry and the landscape in Jamaica? How are we
We're
doing?
getting better. There's an event that I've been staging for the past 10 years called Kingston Beta, which is a pitch event. And we've had a little bit over 90 events and a few thousand people attending and around 350 entrepreneurs. Of those 350 entrepreneurs who have actually pitched at the event, only around 50 were women. But can I tell you what, it took beating the bushes, rubbing down knee, going out for drinks. Yeah, man, you can do it. And again, because of the socialization, that, no, man, this is not really maybe important or worthy of limelight, and it's just a little thing.
Yep.
And so we have got to...
The paradigm, we need a paradigm shift.
Yeah,
we need a
definitely.
paradigm shift.
It's a mindset thing. And so that's why I talk about, and I'll always go back to, we have a communication challenge. And once we focus on broadening that narrative, raising the profile and having more people see the stories and see the people who are actually doing these things, then we will have that process and that progress that we're actually looking for. But I'm always, the optimist. And so I'm looking forward to seeing more. And, we have a couple of events coming up that will kind of amalgamate a whole bunch of people in a place. Caribbean women in tech from different levels, talking about certain trends. We have a trend briefing regarding that the latter part of this year, and we're preparing for our first Caribbean Women in Tech Summit next year, March, during the time of International Women's Day.
It's going to happen here?
Yeah, man, right here in Jamaica, and of course with
Ingrid.
splinter events across the region as well.
What's Silicon Carib?
Silicon Carib is my company.
Yeah.
Silicon Carib Media is basically, it's a digital media and events company solely set up to promote Caribbean technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship. It's just everything that I've been doing over the last couple of years. I want to tie this in my face, but everything is focused on how do we actually promote the possibilities and opportunities of this digital age, and how is Jamaica, the Caribbean, positioning itself for success in the global digital economy, and all the people and the businesses that can and already have been in that
Is
industry.
STEM helping us in this regard, Ingrid, or are you tired of hearing you go scream if you hear STEM as well?
No,
Is that helping to position us in the right direction for this?
science, it is, without question. But that's just one area.
Right.
And how can we actually sort of elucidate what's beneath STEM?
Gotcha.
And what does that mean on a granular level to you and I, to the chica in a primary school, in Balaclava, to somebody who is at Campion College in Kingston.
Yeah.
So that's why I said it's a communication issue. It's not a difficult issue, which is why I kind of position my company
Maybe
to
you
try
need
and do
to
that.
start a program that goes into the schools from
Yep.
entry level right up.
Without question. And that is
Yeah.
something that the government can help with, private sector can help with, pair with us who are actually in the industry or want to get in the industry. And so I think we're going to see a lot more. And hopefully we don't, what I'm hoping for is that we don't fetishize women in tech because it's hot and trendy now. So by next year, everybody's like, you've had your time, whatever it is.
Yeah.
No, this
That's
is not a
sustainable.
trendy thing. It is a sustainable process that seems to set a standard of leveling the playing field and bringing more women into the tech industry.
And give you a platform to work on a global scale.
Without question.
No borders, no walls.
Without question.
Thanks for
Without
coming.
question.
Wow.
Thank you
to see
guys
you.
so much.
Good to
Thank
see
you
you.
for having me.
Welcome.
Founder of Silicon Carib, Ingrid Riley.
We must talk now? We soon come back.
Break.
I never know me was supposed to say
Break.
something.